Did you know that you can make $100 an hour on Upwork? That's $800 a day, $4,000 a week, and $16,000 every month. So if you want to know how you can make $100 per hour, please watch this video all the way through to the end, and I'll show you a step-by-step process on how you can make $100 an hour. So let's get started. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to get started on Upwork as a freelance beginner, as a total beginner with no prior experience and no clients. So let's get started. Upwork is one of the leading online freelancing platforms that connects clients with freelancers from all around the world. So this is a global opportunity. It does not matter which part of the continent you're from, you can get started on Upwork as a beginner. So why Upwork? Because Upwork has a lot of traffic. Let me just show you how much traffic it gets every single month. So you can see why you need to get started on Upwork immediately, even if you have no skills. So you can see the total visits are 48.5 million. That is a lot of visits every single month. So you can see why you should get started on Upwork. It's one of the biggest platforms for freelancers globally. In this video, I'm going to show you a step-by-step process on how to get started on the platform, how to apply for jobs, how to create your portfolio, how to buy, connect, everything in between. So let's just get started by creating our profile. So what you'll do, you just go to upwork.com. I will make sure I leave a link in the description down below of every single thing that I talk about today in this video. So you just create your profile. So I'm joining as a freelancer looking for work. If you're looking to hire, you can just join here. I'm a client hiring for a project, but since we want to start a freelance account, we're going to select this option right here. I'm a freelancer looking for work. So apply as a freelancer. So I'm just going to continue with Google. You can this now is totally up to you now. You can choose to type in everything. I'll just continue with Google very fast. And please note, you can only have one account on Upwork, otherwise you will get blocked. Don't create multiple accounts. I know other freelance platforms, a lot of people create a lot of accounts, but in this specific one, you only need one account. So here we are now. So hey Netai, are you ready for your next big opportunity? Answer a few questions and start building your profile. Apply for open roles or list services for clients to buy. Get paid safely and know we're there to help. So let's get started. It takes 5 to 10 minutes. You can edit it later. We'll save as you go. Okay, let's continue. So a few quick questions first. Have you freelanced before? This lets us know how much help to give you along the way. We won't share your answer with anyone else, including potential clients. So remember, this video is all about starting out as a beginner, a completely new beginner. So I'm just going to select I am brand new to this. And then I click on next. So, got it. What's your biggest goal for freelancing? Different people come to Upwork for various reasons. We want to highlight the opportunities that fit your goals best while still showing you all the possibilities. For me, the goal would be to earn my main income, because this channel is all about how to make money online. So I want Upwork to be my main income. So I'm just going to select to earn my main income. So please feel free to select any of them. This part does not really matter. It's just a matter of how Upwork will guide you throughout the entire process of signing up and recommending resources and clients. So I'm just going to say it's to earn my main income. So let's continue. So, and how would you like to work? Everybody works in different ways, so we have different ways of helping you win work. You can select multiple preferences now and always change it later. So, I'd like to find my opportunities myself. I'd like to package up my work for clients to buy. So, there's different ways of earning on Upwork. So, you can bid for jobs, and then another way is that you can build up projects on your account. that people can come and now actually buy. And then you can be paid, and you can also be paid an hourly rate or a monthly retainer, depending on if you get a client who pays in that way. So for beginners, if you're a beginner, I would recommend you'd like to find opportunities for yourself, because you need reviews on your account. Remember, the more reviews you have, the more people are likely to give you jobs. So let me just start with this. I'll just select both of them actually. Let me just select both of them. And then you're also open to contract to hire opportunities. This is now where people hire you on a monthly retainer or a weekly retainer, or probably an hourly retainer. This is now where you're going to set your hourly rate. This one you bid for jobs, and this one you just create a job. You create a portfolio project where clients can buy the project. So let's now go to next, create a profile. So how would you like to tell us about yourself? You can import from LinkedIn, you can upload your resume, or you can fill out manually. I'm going to go with this option right here, fill out manually, but feel free to use this, import from LinkedIn or upload your resume. This is usually the fastest, import from LinkedIn, but for the purposes of this video, I'm going to fill it out manually. So let's get started. So got it now. Add a title to tell the world what you do. As a beginner, I think one of the best freelance gigs you can do as a beginner is a virtual assistant, because a virtual assistant can do a little bit of everything. But if you have a special skill here, this is where you put it. So for example, if you're a software engineer, if you're a digital content creator, if you're a video editor, if you're whatever field, whatever industry you're in, if you're a content writer, if you're a transcriber, this is now where you get to add. So for the purposes of this video, and since this is for a beginner, I'm just going to put virtual assistant, because virtual assistant covers just a bit of everything. So I'm just going to put virtual assistant. So you can put an expert virtual assistant. This is just a name. So let's just put expert virtual assistant. So you can put expert virtual assistant, technical virtual assistant, financial virtual assistant, depending on whichever field you want to start in. So you can also write executive virtual assistant, project management virtual assistant, customer support virtual assistant, transcription, translation, HR, events, real estate. The possibilities, that's why as a beginner I recommend writing virtual assistant, because the possibilities are endless. You can be a legal virtual assistant, depending on now your field of study or your field of expertise. So, or depending on just the field you're interested in. I'm just going to put expert virtual assistant because it covers a more broader area. So next, add your experience. So let's just try and add experience. So for example, here you can write your company name, your location. They're not going to penalize you here. You're just showing them what exactly you have done before. So as a virtual assistant, I'm sure there is something you have done in your life. You have managed someone's social media, or you have managed your own social media page. You have created content for someone. You have written content. You have, there is always something that you have done as a virtual assistant. Maybe you know how to write reports. You know how to do reports. So this is where you can now add your work experience. But I'm going to show you how you can create a portfolio later on in the video, as I had said before. So let's just skip this for now. We're going to add it later on. So clients like to know what you know. Add your education here. So this is where you add your education. So here is where you add your school. So I'm just going to put a random university. Remember, I already have an Upwork account. This video is for the purposes of showing you how to get started. So I'm just going to put a random university. So I'm just going to put University of Leicester, and then I'm going to put bachelor. So let me just put Bachelor of Business Administration, and then field of study, maybe finance, marketing, whatever. I'm just going to put marketing. Then dates attended, maybe let's say from, let's say from 2020 to 20. A degree is usually 4 years, so I'm just going to put 2024. Okay, just select that. Then you can describe, this is where now you can describe your studies award. So I'm just going to, your studies and any awards that you got. So I'm just going to put something random. So this is where you can use ChatGPT for this section. So just for the purpose of this video, I'm just going to like scroll through right quick, and then because I already have an account, like I said, and you can only create one account on Upwork. So yeah, so let's continue. You can add certifications now if you have any certifications. For example, language, looking good. Next, tell us which languages you speak. Now let's first go back. So you can add a certification. For example, if you have things like ACCA or Cisco, this is where now you can add all of those things. So, or if you're a CPA, so this is where you can add all that information. So you're going to add the language now you speak. So if you English, all profiles to include this. My level is, so it's supposed to be native. I don't know why it's not. Yeah, native or bilingual. So I write and speak this language perfectly. If you're watching this video up to this point in time, I'm sure you can write and speak English perfectly. So just select that. You can add a language, for example, if you, depending on where you're from. If you're from all around the world, for example, if you're not from the US or the UK, I'm sure you must be bilingual or multilingual. So this is where you can add. There are so many options, so let's say you speak Swahili and your level is still, it should be native or bilingual. So you can add as many languages as you want. So for example, if you speak French, this is where you add it as well. And then you say your level maybe is conversational. This is now either conversational or fluent. You don't have all languages that you speak. You don't have to be perfect. You can select maybe fluent. I write and speak this language to a high level. So I can just select I write and speak clearly in this language, which is just conversational. Then you go to next. Add as many languages as you speak. Don't lie in your portfolio. There's really no point of lying. So let's just go on. So nearly there. What work are you here to do? Enter your skills. This is now where you add whatever skills you know how to do. So you're a virtual assistant, maybe you're a social media, you know how to do digital marketing. Let's just try. Digital marketing management. Be very specific, and then you can only add 15 skills here. So let's just say digital marketing management. I'm going to add maybe graphic design. Remember, you're a virtual assistant. As a virtual assistant, you can do literally anything. This is why I always say, as a beginner, the best thing to start with is a virtual assistant. But you don't have to. If you have a specific thing that you're good at, for example, video editing or social media management, just write that. It's just that as a virtual assistant, it gives you more options as a beginner, because you can apply as a data entry, specialist. You can apply for all those other jobs before you get to a specialist level, especially on this platform. So you can just put graphic design, just put here data entry maybe, because I'm sure everyone knows data entry. So data entry. So maybe if you want to be a transcriber, this is where you can put all those things. So you see, you can put legal transcription, video transcription, audio transcription. You see, this is where I say, so you can add up to a maximum of 15 skills. this is now where you will do research on your own. You study, you evaluate yourself, and you decide what you actually want to do on the platform, what kind of jobs you want to apply. You can, if you're good at WordPress, there's always, you can write here WordPress. If you're good in Shopify, all those other things. So event management, calendar management. So let's just put email marketing. So let's just proceed. I'm not going to put the 15 skills, but please be sure to add all the skills that you're good at. So let's write an overview. So great, now write a bio to tell the world about yourself. This is where now you're going to use ChatGPT. So let's just see at this example right here. I'm a developer with experience in building websites for small and medium-sized businesses. So let's just go to ChatGPT. Copy and paste it here. It should be at least 100 characters. Don't make it too long. So you can see. So next, let's choose your categories. So what are the main services that you offer? So you can choose virtual assistants. This is admin and support. So you can do anything. You can now select anything else. So for example, if you want to be a financial virtual assistant, if you want to be an executive virtual assistant, a data entry, this is where now you can put all those things that you're good at now. So let's just continue. I'm just going to select those. You can select as many as you want, but for now I'm just going to select those. Next, you're going to set your rate. As a beginner, I suggest you start with from around $8 to $15 an hour. You can go up to as high as $100 eventually, but remember you're a beginner in this case. So you're supposed for the purpose of this video, I'm just going to put $10 an hour. So as an expert, especially as an expert virtual assistant, you can charge as high as $200 an hour, depending on the service you're offering and depending on now the experience you have in that particular field. So the hourly rate you can set, this is what the client now will see, $10. This is Upwork. Upwork has a 10% freelancer service fee, which is $1 in this case. So you will be paid around now $9. If you want to be paid $10 an hour, you can put 12. Here you can put $12. Sorry. You can put $12 an hour so that you can get your $10 an hour. So let's just continue. Add your photo and location. This is now where you add your details. I'm just going to I'm going to add this quite fast. So before we continue, I'm going to show you. You can see here we are at 70% complete. I'm almost done. So what I know I've not added a portfolio. I don't have a portfolio. I've not added my degrees. I've not added my video introduction, my certifications, and other experiences. So these are the things that I've not done. So before we continue, please make sure you do all of these things. Make sure you're always at 100%. You are at 100%. That way Upwork will recommend your profile more and more. So let's just close that for now. So when you sign up on Upwork, after you sign in, you're immediately given 50 available connects. So what are connects? Connects are let's say they are sort of like Upwork tokens that help you apply for jobs. So for example, you cannot apply for a job without available connects. So you're given 50 available connects when you sign up, and then after you sign up, you're given 10 connects every single month. So if you want to get now 80 connects each and every single month, you have to join Freelancer Plus to start each month afresh with 80 connects. So let's learn more about this, because you cannot apply for a job without a connect. Let me just show you. Let me just walk you through it. So for now, we have this basic plan where you get 10 connects every single month. You buy connects as you need them for 0.15 plus tax each. So Freelancer Plus, this is the Freelancer Plus, this is $14.99 a month. Then you get 80 connects total per month. View competitor bids for any job. There are a lot of perks for getting started with Freelancer Plus, but as a beginner, you can start with the basic and see how it goes. Then the more you start bidding for jobs, you can now upgrade to Freelancer Plus. It's only $14.99 a month. $14.99 a month. That's around $15 a month. So let's just go back. So take note of that. So here I want to search for a specific job. So let me just go for virtual assistant. So this is how you look for jobs. This is how I recommend looking for jobs on the Upwork platform. So just type for a virtual assistant. So you can filter. You filter by you can this is now you can filter over here. So for example, if you want entry level or intermediate, let's just choose entry level and intermediate. So job type, if you want hourly, if you want a fixed price, so you can select here. I don't have to select, I'll just go with both of them. Then the number of proposals. So the number of proposals for every single job, a lot of other freelancers will also send in their proposals. I recommend starting with from 15 to 20, from 10, let me just say from 10 to 15 and less than 5, because if you're among the first people who send in a proposal, your proposal is most likely to the client is more likely to go through your freelance profile, your freelance proposal, as compared to if you're sending a proposal with 20 to 50 proposals. So I'm just going to select these three. But if you can start with less than 5. This is now up to your discretion, but I would not suggest 20 to 50 proposals, because if a client has 50 proposals, they're not going through every single proposal cleanly. They're not going through every single proposal keenly. They're just perusing through. But if you're among the top 10, they're going through each and every single proposal very keenly. So my client info, just say for here, always go with payment verified to avoid getting scammed. Always go with payment verified. Then there's client history. I always say you can select these two. If they have no hires, the chances are they're not probably going to hire a beginner as well. But I'm telling you, this is up to you. So for me, I just choose to go with these two. 1 to 9 hires and 10 hires. So the more you filter, the more the jobs reduce here, but it's okay. So let's just continue. So project length, if you don't want a long project, this is where you can select. But as a beginner, you really don't have the you really don't need to start selecting this. When you become an expert is now when you gauge your freelance, your schedule with the project length. So this doesn't really matter if you're a beginner, so you can work anytime. So yeah, I feel confident about now this selection. You can see we've reduced the jobs to 1,600 jobs, and these are still a lot of jobs. So for example, this is now where now you can start going through. So an Etsy store manager, if you have previous experience on Etsy. So a marketing virtual assistant. So let's just see if we can do this. So you can see payment is verified. So another thing, when applying for jobs, there are certain things to avoid. There are certain clients to avoid. So for example, if payment is not verified, don't even apply for the job. If a client asks you to take the conversation offline. For example, on Telegram, on WhatsApp, don't do it, or on email. They're not that. The purpose of Upwork is to protect you and the client. So if you go offline, the client might not pay you if you do their job offline. So that's something you should take note of. So let's just try and apply for this job right here, marketing virtual assistant. I think that's a good one that we've gotten. So I'm just going to select the job. So about the client, this is where now, before you even read the job description, first go to about the client. So you can see this client has a rating of 4.88 out of 239 reviews. That's a good rating. So you can see here they only have a 37% hire rate. So you can see out of these 960 jobs they have posted, they have only hired 37%. So as a beginner, for me, this would be a red flag because it means that they don't hire often. For me, I usually go with a 50%. Sometimes even as a beginner, go 50% or even 75%, a 75% hire rate, meaning for every single job that they post, they have to hire someone. Otherwise, you're going to be wasting your connects. Remember, you're buying connects, or they give you connect, but if you're to start buying, you need to save up on your connects for a job that you might actually get. So they have 23 open jobs. For me, that's another red flag. That's a lot of open jobs. That's That's why maybe they have this 37% higher rate. Then they have spent a total of $102,000. So that's not a red flag. So out of the 432 hires, there's 99 active ones. So then the average hourly rate is $6. So this, if you deduct Upwork's commission, this is around $5 or $4.8 thereabout. I could be wrong. Please share with me the exact figure in the comments so you can see. And then this is an entry level position. So let's now go to the job description. You always want to make sure before applying for a job, always want to make sure that the details are very clear in the job description before you even apply. Some clients will only have one sentence. So if a client has one sentence, don't even bother applying for it, because this client probably does not know what they want. They have not gone through the Upwork profile enough to know that you're supposed to list everything that you know. They don't know maybe how to create milestones in a project. So those are just some of the tips. I'm going to be sharing more tips in this playlist, in the Upwork playlist. So please be sure to subscribe if you like this kind of content. So they are seeking for a virtual assistant. So the successful candidate will be responsible for assisting with a range of marketing tasks, including social media management, email marketing, and general administrative tasks. So I think you're supposed to manage social media channels, create content, engage with your audience, responsible for creating and managing marketing campaigns, as well as providing administrative support to the marketing team. So let's see what you need to apply. So you need excellent communication skills, attention to detail, ability to work independently, familiar with social media platforms, and then experience with software such as Meta and Buffer. These are social media platforms, management platforms. So to apply, please submit a 2-minute video sharing about your experience. Please also include links to the past completed projects. So you can choose to apply for this job. For me, I would, because you can see there less than 5 proposals 13 minutes ago, but they're already interviewing 2 people. So this is a good sign. So yeah, then you always check the reviews that other freelancers have left them. So you can see this, I think they have pretty good reviews. So for this job, you can see it's a pretty easy job. All you would need is a video and work experience. I'm going to show you how you can create your work experience later on in this video. So you can see here, So you see here, this is now where the advantage of paying for Freelancer Plus. But as a beginner, you don't have to. But if you upgrade your membership to Freelancer Plus, you can see how other freelancers are bidding, the bid range. For example, if they're bidding $3 an hour, $4 an hour, you can see the bid range. So, and then that will help you with your proposal. So you can see they have gotten 5 stars. Most of them are 5 stars. So yeah, this would be a good job to apply for, in as much as they have a very small, this is, for me, this is the only red flag I think they have, the 37% higher rate. But otherwise, this would be a good job to apply for. So you can apply it for Connect. So let's just try and apply for the, I'm just going to show you the basics because I don't have a 2-minute video with my experience. So I'm just going to show you how to, send in a proposal, how to write a proposal, how to write a cover letter, and how to bid for the job. So you have to use Connect to submit proposals. So you get Connect are virtual tokens for submitting job proposal. Each job requires an amount of Connect depending on the size and project type. You get 20 free connects to get started. I think it's 50. This must be an old prompt. So purchase additional ones for $0.15 each. So let's just close. So for this, so what is the rate you'd like to bid for this job? So remember here you have to put the range was between $3 to $5. So you can put $5. You see you receive $4.5 after after Upwork's commission. Sorry for that. So here is where you write your cover letter, and always tailor each cover letter to the specific job. And this is where now ChatGPT becomes very important. So for such a job, what you can do, let me just copy and paste it. Let me just copy it till here, and then we go to ChatGPT, and then we're going to write a cover letter for the following job description. Be convincing. Just be sure to be very specific with ChatGPT. Be convincing and professional at the same time. So you just paste it and then you wait for the cover letter. So you see, it will create a cover letter for you with directly related to whatever, to this job description right here. That's why I recommend using ChatGPT. You can edit it. Please always be sure to edit it. Don't be lazy. ChatGPT is just here to help you, but always make sure you go through whatever it has written for you before you actually write it, before you actually send out the cover letter. So you can see it's usually very accurate for applying for jobs on the Upwork profile. So this is now essentially, for me, this is what I would recommend starting. This is how you start now. So you, depending on what you're good at, you can be, if you want to choose customer onboarding administrative assistant, you can select now these other ones, you see. So another thing that I would recommend if you're a beginner on if you're a freelance beginner on Upwork, please don't take a job just because you want experience, because experience is vital on Upwork, but don't be a slave. I've had, when I was starting out, I remember when I bid for a job and the client was like, you will be paid $60 a month and you are going to work 8 hours, and it was not even on my time, you get. So it was a different time zone. It was not even on my time zone. So I had to wake up at 11 p.m. and work all the way till around 3 a.m. for $68 a month. So just be sure, don't take a job just because you've gotten a job. Be very selective with your time. Just because you need experience does not mean you should start working, slaving for the experience on Upwork specifically. So be very careful with that. There are some clients that will blatantly take advantage of beginners because they know that you're desperate for the experience. So just take note of that. Don't just do a job because you got the job. Yeah, be very selective as well. I know you want to get a lot of, experience and reviews on your account, but just don't take any job. Be very Value yourself. That's all I would say. Even when you're starting out, know your worth. Just because you're a beginner does not mean you should be paid peanuts. So yeah, so that's it. And then another hack: when you're working for a client, always make sure that there are milestones in the job. When they give you a job, just make sure there are milestones. For example, if a job now has milestones, so for example, if it's a one-off job, for example, if it's a contract for hire, if you are putting you on a monthly retainer, make sure there are milestones that you can tick off. Like for example, if you're creating a social media campaign, so for example, after you create a Facebook campaign, make sure that's a milestone. For example, an Instagram campaign, that's another milestone. So milestones will help you track your work. And also in the event that some clients refuse to pay, so in the event that you have a dispute with a client and you present your milestones to Upwork, they can actually rule in your favor. So please also take note of that, but I will discuss that in the next videos. So please make sure you're subscribed for more of such tips when it comes to Upwork. So the other thing I'm going to teach you how to do is to create proposals. So let's just go. Let's start creating. Let me show you how to create a proposal. Sorry, not a proposal. How to create a project. Apologies. So how to create. So I'm going to show you how to create a project as well. So a one-off project that a client can purchase. So build it once and again and again. So I'm going to show you what a project is. I'm going to show you how you can create a project and how you can get jobs from the actual project. So create a project. So before I show you how to create a project, let me just show you what a project is. So these are what projects are. You can see these are what projects are. It's a one-off purchase. It's where a client can make a one-off purchase. So for example, if you're offering virtual assistant services, you can see you can add from $45, from $30, from 30. You see, it's a one-off project that a client can purchase. So let me just select this just to show you. So for example, you can see this, you will get amazing virtual assistant services. So 1 hour of work, delivery time 4 days, number of revisions 1, number of hours in work 1, organize and classify, tag files, formatting and cleanup. So essentially, so you can see what you will do here. These are the things that they will do for you as a starter. So the starter package, you can organize and classify tag files, you can format and clean up, project management support, travel planning. So this is a one-off project that a client can purchase. So you can see. So yeah, let me select this. This is an easier one. So this is a one-off project. You will get an exquisite PowerPoint presentation. So you can see this is $50. This is and it's for only 5 slides. So you can see there's chart and graphs, slide animation, slide transition, source files, and visual materials. So I think this is a very good, especially if you're a beginner. Anyone can make a PowerPoint presentation, but I'm going to show you how you can make it more professional and more visual. So you can see you can make up to $50 for 5 slides. Like that's a very good offer. That's a very good way of making money online. And then you can see here number of slides. You can create 10 slides for $100. And then you can see here you can make $150 for number of slides. And if it's a professional presentation, you are guaranteed, there's no way, there's very few slides that will require 5 slides. So they're usually mostly 10 to 15 slides or 10 to 20 slides for a professional presentation. So for example, if you start with this, you can start with this presentation. So let me just go back to projects. You can see here. So what I'm just going to use, please don't copy other people's projects. Be as creative on your own. So for me, for example, what I'm going to do on my profile is I'm going to say you will get a professional Google Slides. You get professional Google Slides presentation. So you don't copy exactly, because I'm very good in creating Google Slides. I'll show you how. So you can create, don't go copying people's projects. You're going to look unprofessional, and you probably can't do it the same way they can. So for example, for me, I'm sure everyone, you can use it as a base, a guideline on how to create, because you can see she has experience in this specific field. So don't go copying people's stuff. So you can start here. So you can now go here. So you can say you will get a professional sorry you will get a professional Google Slides presentation. So continue. Select a category. This is design, presentation design. So you can see full presentation design. You can create anything here. You can, because every project is different. So you can say full presentation design, custom template design, minor design touch-ups. So let's see. So purpose, choose up to 3. So you can choose for anything. So if it's a business proposal, marketing, I'll select marketing, business proposal, and education and training. But I know for this most of the people, it's usually for conferences, for conferences, education and training, and marketing. So you can select those, but please, you can select any. You don't have to do what I am doing exactly. So presentation software, I'm going to still select this: PowerPoint, Google Slides, Canva, Keynote. So I am familiar with all of these platforms, so that's why I'm selecting them. For industry, choose up to 40. So I'm not going to choose agriculture. So construction, data, events, legal, marketing, and you can choose up to 40. Yeah. So just choose the ones you'll be familiar with. It doesn't have to be, because a presentation is a presentation. You're not doing research for them. You're just putting what they've already done in presentation format. So this part is really, that's why I'm saying you can select anything and everything. Wellness, you can do anything right here. So I think you can even select all of them. I think they're usually 40. I think you can select all of them. Let's just even choose agriculture. Agriculture is the future. So yeah, you can select all of them. So let's continue. Because remember, this is not research. This is not, because it's just a presentation. You're not the one doing the research. So you can choose English. Now this is where you can choose now the languages you're good at. If it's English, if it's French, German, Irish, Japanese, Swahili, all of this, Punjabi, Nigerian. Is Nigerian a language? I'm not too sure. I thought that would be a specific. Anyway, Arabian, yeah. So yeah, and then file format, you can choose up to 10. You can choose PDF format, JPEG, PPT, PNG, PPTX, PSD. This is Adobe Illustrator. So you can choose all of this. You can choose it to export it for them as an MP4. So yeah. So and then here you can add tags. So here you can put like maybe Google Slides, and then presentation. You can add up to 5. You can add up to 5 tags. So such tags help clients find your project. So add the tags that you think your clients will use when they're searching for your services. The more specific, the better. It doesn't. So let's just say presentation design. I'm not using SlideShare. So yeah. So chat presentation, sales presentation. So these are 4. Let's just choose the last one. Visual presentation design. So let's continue. You can see it's fairly easy to start an account. It just takes a bit of time, but once you start, it's going to be totally worth it. So custom title, this is now the starter. So for example, this is now 5 slides. This is now where you decide. This is now where you can now refer. So you can choose to go like her, but I can see it's a top rated client who has, I'm sure she's been on the platform for some time. So that's what I'm telling you, just use it as a guide. This is where now do it on your own terms. So for example, let's just remove custom titles. Let's just add the important parts. So delivery days, you're a beginner. If you're looking for a job, you're just going to do it immediately. But for starters, I would suggest you start with 2 days. Then you can change it the more you get workload. The more workload you get, the more you can increase it. Yeah. Please make sure of that. Please be sure of that. So here I'm going to go with 2 delivery days. And then let's start here with 3 delivery days, and then 2, and then let's just go with 2 as well. Actually, let's just go with all 2 days, because if you're a beginner, you have time, if you know what I mean. So don't do unlimited. This is also another hack. Don't do unlimited revisions. There are some clients who will nag you and nag you and nag you to your, to the point of giving up. So I suggest here you put a limited number of revisions. Never put unlimited, but remember, this is up to you. This is just a hack that I have learned. As a beginner, I get the point of wanting to entice more clients, but do not put unlimited. So I usually put for 5 revisions, but even 5 is a lot, but just go with 5. So let's go starter, there's 2, and then as a standard account they can get 3, and then advanced they can get 4 revisions. So number of slides here, you will just do 5, 10, and then 15. So remember, if a client wants more than 15, they can actually send you a message and then tell you they want more, so you can charge extra. But remember, keep every single conversation on Upwork. Don't go offline on the platform. So service tier options, so you can choose which tier has what. So for the advanced one, I suggest going with all of them. And then for this one, you can start with slide and in, because these are pretty obvious things. And then maybe infographic and charts and graphs. So this one you can choose now from this. You can get this. So that now this way you're enticing people to the more expensive tiers. Yeah. So as a beginner, don't start with $50. Here you can start with $30. Let's say $30, and then maybe 30, 60, and 90. So, and then next thing is choose add-ons. So if you want fast delivery, you pay. There's no, for starter, don't give an extra delivery. For advanced, for an extra $5, delivery day will be same day delivery. So have that option. This is up to you. This is solely up to you. You can choose whatever figure. If you want $10, if you want $20, this is completely up to you. Yeah. So additional revision, I don't usually add that. I have dealt with a difficult client before, and I'm not sure I'm willing to give a client additional revision, but this is, then again, I say this is entirely up to you. So I'm going to add for charts and graphs. Sorry, let me just start with, let me just go additional slide. So for each additional slide, for an extra, for each additional slide, you can add an extra, maybe $4, $3. I'm just going to go with $4 or 5. Let's just go with 5. An additional day of 1 day. Then charts and graphs for an extra 5, and then the addition is 1. Please, you can put any figure here. This is just solely for the purposes of demonstration of this video. Then infographic for an extra $5. Remember, you can add for an additional 1 day. Always add additional days. Some people want extremely complicated charts and graphs. So yeah, so this is it. So this is it. Then you can go, so you save and continue. You can create a custom add-on if they want. Maybe if they want an AI, a PSD, you know, some clients want a lot of formats for their presentations. So this is why you can create a custom add-on. So for example, if they want a PSD format, they charge extra, you know, yeah. So save and continue. Let's just do that for now. Save and continue. So this is where now it gets complicated, because if you want to get clients, you have to have a project gallery. People have to see what you can do. That's why you don't need to have any prior experience when it comes to this part right here. You can create a sample project, a sample PPT, a sample Google presentation, a sample Google slide presentation. There are so many tutorials on YouTube, online everywhere, on how to create a PPT presentation. But for the purpose of this video, I'm going to show you what I usually do so that your work seems very professional. So you're just going to go to Envato Elements. So yeah, I'm going to link it in the description down below. So be sure to check it, the link down in the description below. So what I usually do is I usually pay for this subscription. It's $16.5 a month, but for the monthly, this is for if you pay annually. If you pay per month, it's around $39. And remember, you've seen you're getting around $30 for a 5-slide presentation. So I think this is a fairly worth it investment. So you're going to go with presentation templates, and then you go to Google Slides. So when you go to Google Slides now, this is where now you will choose a presentation that suits your client. Yeah. And you remember, this is unlimited downloads. So you can do this for as many clients as you get. Yeah. Always remember that. So for example, for this video, let me just select maybe this. This is I think this is an About Us page. So let's just search here for marketing, since that's what we've been. Sorry. So you can see there's 10,974 Google Slides for marketing presentation. So you can select any of them and add them to your portfolio, to this portfolio right here, to your project portfolio, project images here. So this will ensure that you get more jobs on the platform. Yeah. So, and you will look more professional even as a beginner. That's why I'm saying, even as a beginner, you can actually get jobs as a freelancer. And you can see you can make up to, if you're getting $30 for 5 slides, if you make 5 presentations maybe in a week, that's $150 that you have. That is easy money. Yeah. So for example, like this, you can see this looks like it's a pretty good presentation. Let's just open the image so you can see. So you see, you can now download this, you edit it a few times, you just edit it, you remove this lorem ipsum, and then you add it to your portfolio. Yeah, so when a client wants to purchase your project, they know that you can actually deliver. So you can add several projects. You can add up to this. You can add several project images, up to 20 images. So yeah, so after you've added images, you now continue. You can download it even as a video. You can download the Google Slides. You can download an MP4 of a Google Slide. So I'll show you how to. If you want to, please make sure you leave a comment in the comment section down below if you want to learn how to work on Google Slides as a virtual freelancer. But you've seen how much potential, how much you can earn. So that's just for marketing. Let me show you infographics. You can see this is a pretty good, I think for me this is a pretty good investment, even especially when you're starting out, because you don't have prior experience, and your profile needs to look like you've actually been working. So as a beginner, I would suggest you get this, and you can see it looks very, very professional. But if you want to do this yourself, like I said, there are so many tutorials online. You don't have to pay for this subscription. I just pay for this subscription because it allows me to work faster. Because if I was to start watching a tutorial on YouTube, and then before I create, that's like a whole day of creating this. And when I download, this is a few hours, and I have a full portfolio on. This is just one project. Remember, for you to increase your chances of earning, you need as much projects as you can, but the projects that are related to each other. You can't put this and then you put video editing, or you put, they have to be related to one another. For example, you put this marketing, then you put maybe social media, things in the same industry. Yeah, please also take note of that. You don't want to look like a jack of all trades, because if you know everything, you don't know anything to perfection. If I don't know if you understand what I mean. So you want to have a particular niche. You can't do everything. Yeah. So that's just it for the marketing. This is just for marketing. So you can see infographic in video templates, graphic templates. I'm going to choose presentation templates because these are for Google Slides. Yeah. We're still on Google Slides. So these are the various infographics that you can use. So you see, if you have such images on your portfolio, you even look so much more professional as compared to, someone who does not have any. Even as a beginner, you would still be hired. Yeah, because if you have such beautiful presentation templates, I'm sure, guaranteed, someone out there is going to hire you. Yeah, I'm going to show you how you can share your projects with clients outside of Upwork, so you can also get recommendations as well. So you can see this is it. Yeah, for me, I think they look very good and they look very professional, or maybe it's the colors, I don't know. But for me, I would hire you even if you're a beginner. Yeah, and you see there's nothing you've done. All you've done is just paid for the subscription, removed the lorem ipsum, and added it as a project portfolio. So yeah, that's how you can create one project. I'm not going to continue because I can't continue without adding all of this. It will not look professional. So you can see you have to add these things. Then you're going to add requirements. This is where now you add like milestones. For example, the requirements. Let's just add some random images so that you can see how to set requirements. So you can see here. So you can add even PDF files. So you can download the Google Slides as a PDF and then you upload it there. So this is where you set now the requirements. So this is where now you give the client sort of like milestones. So this is where now you can refer to other people, what other people are doing in the industry. So what you would need is if they have a color, if they have a color scheme, if they have brand colors they would want. So this is, so do you have, so this is now, this is one of them. So you can make it mandatory, you can make it, optional. So do you have brand colors? Just make it mandatory, because you don't want to work for, for an hour or two and then someone tells you, I don't want those colors, these are my brand colors. Yeah, so make it mandatory. So you can add another requirement, share what you want in them. So you don't want to to commit to a project and a client takes another two days to send you what to include in the project. So these are just examples. You can add as many as you like, or you can just choose to be, to be freelance. Just let the client decide. But like I always say, just make sure you're very intentional, because if you don't have all of this, the client will take you for a ride. There are some clients, not all of them, but some clients will take you for a ride. They'll just keep, having additional revisions. Like I said, there's just a lot of things. So you can just save and continue. So now this is where you can describe your project description. So this is why tell them you will get Google slide presentation. Use ChatGPT. Always use ChatGPT, yeah. And then here you can add, these are the steps involved in delivering your project. You can add your own steps here. You don't have to follow these are the ones that are suggested by Upwork, but you can add your own steps. So the client purchases the project and sends requirements. That's the first step. And then the second one, you can add maybe the first review if they have a review like that. I hope you get the gist. And then here now are the FAQs. So for example, they would want to know if they can use them commercially, because if you use this, you can use them commercially if you purchase this license, the professional, the commercial license. So beware of that. Those are FAQs maybe, but that's not, they rarely ask that. So after you're done with that, you can save and continue, and then you can submit it for review. So I'm not going to submit, but you submit it for review. So you've seen there are different ways you can, don't have just one project. Have like projects related to each other, if you're in the marketing virtual assistant. And the reason I'm going with marketing virtual assistant is because there are so many small businesses in the online space right now that require virtual assistants. So there are so many jobs that you can get with regards to marketing virtual assistants. But if this is not what you like doing, remember you also have to do what you like doing. If this is not what you like doing, choose in whatever niche you like. For example, if it's graphic design, say you can create logos, you can maybe create website templates, and then you can still get them. Everything, I'm telling you, everything you can get from this platform. So you can see, even especially if you're in marketing now, you can get email templates from here, and you can get email templates for MailChimp, for ConvertKit, for everything. You can see. And then if it's an e-commerce, there are so many things you can offer. That's why if you're a virtual assistant, getting Envato Elements is so crucial, because this will it will divide your work by half. Because now if you're given a presentation template, all you need to do is come here, do a little research, and then work with that, and then that's it. You get your clean, easy earned money. So So I think that's it. I'm not sure. I hope I've not missed anything else. So I think I've taken you through each and every single step that you can do as a beginner. So just make sure, some tips I can maybe now give is, make sure maybe your profile is at 100%. When you're applying for jobs, I've given you tips on the types of jobs and clients to avoid. When you're creating a project dashboard, and how you can get a full portfolio even as a beginner. All you need to do is just use Envato Elements, and it will just elevate your profile to the next level. So another thing I want to share is how you can get clients off of Upwork. Because sometimes as a beginner, it might be hard. I won't even lie. It might take, some people are lucky, they get a job within 48 hours. Some people are not lucky. It might be 1 month, you don't have connects, you don't have money to buy connects, and you still don't have a job on Upwork. So what I would suggest you do is share your projects. So for example, after you create this project, a specific project, for example, you can create Google Slides, start creating content around it. And by creating content, I mean you can share on platforms like TikTok, like how you can do presentations for people, and then they can purchase your work on Upwork. So you see, that way you're gaining experience still as well. You can share on Pinterest, you can share on Instagram, on Facebook, and on any other social media platform, on Discord, and you just start to get clients both online on the platform and offline off the platform. So you just create content around maybe Google Slides, on TikTok. Eventually you will get a client, that is guaranteed. You've seen how easy it is to earn $100 an hour as a virtual assistant on Upwork. I think this has been a very comprehensive video on getting started as a freelancer on the platform. And the another thing about Upwork is that it has resources and guides that you can start on, that you can read to help you get started as a freelancer on this particular platform. So yeah, I think that's it for this video. If you like this content, especially if you've watched till this far, thank you for watching. And if you're not already subscribed, please subscribe and leave a comment in the comment section down below if you have any questions, if you have any recommendations, anything that I might have left out with regards to Upwork. So I think this is where I will, please share it with your friends, or family, or anyone who just needs to start making money despite the experience that you have. Yeah. So yeah, I'm going to leave everything in the link in the description. So yeah, thank you for watching. I hope to see you in the next video.